Hello. Ladies and giddy kippers. Yes, that's me, really, because, I'll tell you why. There were two items that I wanted, very low cost items, 5-6 quid a piece, and the only place that I could find them was with Thomann.de, Deutschland. However, they wanted a tenner to post them. I didn't want to pay a tenner for two things that were going to cost a tenner. And you don't get free delivery unless you spend more than 170 quid. So to get my 10 quid items, I spent 250 blaming quid, and I just have to think about my logic from time to time. Anyway, I thought you might want to have a look and see what I got. Probably a lot of it will be boring, but one of it might be vaguely interesting, and one of it is something that I've wanted for absolutely ages, and it should come as no big surprise to you that is the name of the item. So, features 360 degrees swivel, 24 inches in height, or 61 centimetres. And it does say easy assembly. So we'll have a look at that in 2 minutes. Let's have a look, see what else we've got. We have got, what is that? Oh right, okay, I forgot about that. Now, as you know, I don't like those, I've got one over there but I can't be bothered going to get it. I don't like those rock hard guitar neck rests. I like something with a bit of give in it. So I thought I'd try one of these. It's basically a bean bag that will stand up and, you know, it's heavy. If I don't like it as a guitar neck rest, then it'll perform adequately as a doorstop, I'm sure. What's that? Oh, yes. Yes, Big Ben's nut sauce. Can't do without that, can you? A couple of pairs of machines, because they were on offer. Proper Gibson Grovers at, well, a very reasonable price. I shan't say the price because they're probably not on offer anymore. Usual quantity of strings, some pickup rings, clip-on tuner for a granddaughter. Is that it? That was it. Right, let's have a look at this stool and see if it really is quick assembly. Oh, and we've also got a couple of guitars to look at as well. In fact, what we're going to have a look at very quickly is just a quick comparison between Gibson's first generation and second generation robot, and we'll have a quick look at the difference between the two. So, let's look at see what Gibson like at producing furniture. This should be amusing. So. Now, bearing in mind, it does say easy assembly. Well, let's face it, how hard can it be? It's a flipping heck. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be that easy, to be honest. I think when they said easy assembly, they were talking about people who know what they're doing. So, right, okay, so I can see what they're for. That's fairly obvious. And again, and these were on offer as well. They're normally 130 quid, and I think that this was 83 quid. 83 quid. Can't get them second hand for that. How lovely. I've wanted one of those for an absolute eternity, but, you know, at 130 quid or whatever, that's a bit steep for my liking. So, doubtless this will be full of nuts and bolts and screws. And I don't think that I'm going to torment you. Oh right, that's the swivel mechanism. I'm not going to torment you with building it, so I will time how long it takes me to do this easy build. We'll have a look, see what we've got. Well, problem number one, they did give you some instructions, which, quite frankly, any chap worth his salt shouldn't really need. But it does say here I should be getting 8 sleeved Allen head screws. 8 sleeved Allen head screws. And sleeved, there's 4. Oh dear. 4 nuts and bolts, 4 machine screws, 1 swivel plate, 2 stool legs, and a partridge in a pear tree. Okay. So apparently that's what you do first, and this gets the attention of the sleeved Allen head screws. So not because it really matters which way that goes in, as long as it goes in. Right, well, okay, that's a start. See you in a minute. Yeah, so Gibson Brands, maybe Gibson Brands Nashville, indeed, of course, in the US of A, and yeah, not a big surprise that, is it, eh? However, to their very great credit, it did, I can tell you, it definitely only took 15 minutes, and that was including actually reading the instructions, RTFI. Yes, that works rather nicely, swivels, and it's got the correct name on it. What they also supply you with, happily, is some spacers. So that if the chair is wobbly, you can take these little rubber feet off and you can pop these spacers in to level them up. What a great idea. Right, so that's those. Let's look at some guitars. Okay, let's have the party trick first. Yeah, so first edition Robots and second edition 2007, 2008. So obviously these are famous for pulling out this master control knob, which you should see illuminated now. You press it and it should start working its magic. Oh, am I going in the right place? Oh, there we go. Of course, I might have selected an alternate tuning, I don't know. So, these... Oh, I have selected an alternate tuning. Let's try something different. So that one's down. Right, yeah, I can't say I'm a fan, to be honest with you. Although I think it's very brilliant what they did. Oh, for crying out loud! Can we just have another one? I suppose I could have read the book, but where's the fun in that? So at least we know that it does the alternate tunings. And so, of course, compared to, compared to the G-Force Tronicals, they are woefully slow, and very possibly even uglier. Which is probably why some chap had done a study on these, and apparently, is it something like 50% of them have been unroboted because no. So it's definitely a chord. What chord is that? Is it G? Oh no, it's E. So there you go. So we tune up to E. I'm just thinking, pointless. So anyway, let's have a look. Let's stop looking around with that. Lovely, well done you. Let's have a quick look at the differences between these two. So this, I have to say that this is pretty much collector's grade. You just don't see these, and it is unusual in the regard that it's this is probably about the fifth one that I've had my hands on, and this one is completely unique in the regard that, and I can't see any, not this one has got it, those metal plate striations. Normally that's what you'll see. I can't see a single one on this anywhere at all. There may be some, but my eyesight's not the best, and so, as I say, I've had my specs on and I can't see anything going on. Self-tune. Anyway, at least we know it works, so that's good. So this is the first edition from 2007, and these did have the RG serial number. So a quick look round it. When the robot feature is unplugged, or not, when this isn't active, this just acts as a normal tone knob. It's beautiful. It really is. Absolutely. I'd have to say, it's apart from my greasy paw prints, it's pretty much immaculate. But those, honest to goodness, only your mother could love them. So on this one, you do have the RG serial number, and this is toward the end of the line. As I understand it, there were only 4,000 produced, and this is 3983. So another 17, and they stopped making them. Maybe that's how they got the paint right on these. Of course, you've got these transparent cavity control covers here, which is lovely. And what you also have with this is a normal jack exhaust pipe, whereas on the second edition from 2008 we have got a thing that's called a Nutric jack. Now, what happens with these? So that plugs in like that, and apparently then you can't just stand on the lead and pull it out if you're on stage. You've got to pull this red toggle or do some damn thing with it. I'm not 100% sure. No, I can't pull it out. That's stuck in there forever. They both got the same pickups, 498 in the bridge and 490 in the neck, and this one, as you can see, is in forest gump, no, green, and you can see those striations that I was talking about earlier, I should think. Yeah, so beautiful colour, and I do like a green guitar, and this has been unroboted, and it's got, I think I can't see, I think they're Clusen Deluxes, and they might look slightly skew-if, and that's because they haven't had the top screws yet inserted. They've not been completely lined up. It's just a quick restring, and they will obviously get sorted before we give it a proper review. And you will also see, yeah, those striations are there, even on the back, even on the side. So this one has just got a normal figures 1 and 5 tells you that it's 08. It doesn't have the RG robot guitar number on it, but it's a beautiful one. The same. It's really, really, really clean. So the thing with these is that you've got the. Oh, and of course it's just got a regular black truss rod cover there, rather than the silver one with the robot guitar on it. We'll have a look at these individually. So you've got a bit of a custom shot head with that flower pot going on, and it is mother of pearl, the inlay. You've got a Gibson Les Paul standard neck with a binding on the outside, and that horrible bloody nib end binding that I'm not fond of at all. And you've got an ebony fretboard, and I'm pretty sure that they're mother of pearl inlays on there. And as I say, so this one has been properly unroboted, whereas I've done them before and just taken off the tronicals at the top and changed them for whatever it was I changed them for. But it's still got the see-through cavity plate there, and we can see that all the robot gubbins has gone, and now it's just regular, I think they're CTS parts. So yes, it is indeed possible to properly de-robot these, and they've even taken off the stop tail, which on the first generation, well, even on this one as well, it should have had those the stop tail with the ceramic inserts, and of course the bridge was an automatic intonatable, I'll try to say both words at the same time, an automatic intonatable bridge that's accessed through that master control knob. God knows how you do that. So, I mean, they were so clever and so stuffed full of absolutely, truly brilliant, innovative things, features, I should say. Truly innovative features. But, like I say, I watched a study on them. I don't know how the guy got his information, but he reckons that at least 50% of the robot guitars, especially these, the first editions, have been unroboted because it's a beautiful guitar without having any of that, stuff on the top there. I prefer the G-Force. I'll be honest with you. The G-Force is quick and it doesn't rely on all this stuff down here to make it work. The G-Force just goes on, but of course they stopped doing the Gibson G-Force because Tronical sued them for about $15 million or Deutschmarks or whatever it was. And yes, so a colour that Gibson have never done before, that they said they'd never do again, and to their very great credit, they haven't. Which is the most desirable? Well, it's probably this, but with either roboted or unroboted. And I think that people probably do prefer the normally aspirated. It's a beautiful Les Paul guitar, and with that, I'll bid you a fond farewell. But not until I've had to walk round behind here. It's not very slick, is it? Should be better than that. Right, thanks for tuning in. Adios amigos. Ta-ra.